Can automation truly transfer or transform your business? Well, we're going to get that question answered today with our wonderful guest, David Banko. So I welcome you to the Achieve Experts Spotlight. Hello. We're right back, and we're here because you are watching Achieve's Experts Highlight Show. Yes, I am so excited because this is a brand new show starring under the Achieve TV channel, under DFN TV. So I'm just so stoked, so excited because we have this wonderful, amazing, tremendous expert when it comes to AI and helping your business grow and get to either higher heights. So, Mr. David, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Barbara. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming. You heard the call. Come on, get spotlighted. And he came on down, just like The Price is Right.
That's right.
And he got a good gift. So the gift is to get him spotlighted and get people to know who he is. Now, within the Achieve community, he is also a member, and wonderful business that he has. He's going to talk a little bit about, and we're going to get more into that. But I just want people to know before we start, I always like to get people's backstories because it's just so amazing how things come up in our lives where sometimes we didn't even think it's going to happen or where we're at in certain business, and just something just poof, either something maybe traumatic or even maybe something that was good and say, you know what, that had to go away because I needed to build my business here. So, Mr. David, I want to ask you, sir, how did you get into what you do now and get more in detail of that?
Sure. So give background. I've done a couple different things up to this point in my life now. And originally I went to school. I got my degree in accounting, funny enough, and was a CPA and did trust and estate taxes for a few years. And didn't take me long to realize that I didn't enjoy that too much. And so that wasn't going to be the long-term plan. And for me personally, I've always been very active, love sports, and pretty consistent in the gym, weightlifting. So, I figured transitioning out of accounting, it made sense to go into the fitness industry. And so I got my personal training certifications and nutrition certifications. And around that time, I moved from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, out here to Denver. And same time, I made this switch into personal training and working in a gym. So I worked at the UFC gym here for a few years, and that was a lot of fun. Had a great time. And then when COVID hit, I with a business partner decided to open up our own gym, and so I did that for a couple of years, and unfortunately, ultimately, that didn't end how I planned. But the reason I bring that up is because in my experience as a gym owner, and throughout the years, I was educating, learning, and trying to learn all things marketing, advertising, and now with the advances in AI.
Yeah.
And what was happening is at the gym as a business owner, you wear all the hats, right? And so my cell phone was also the business phone number. And so I did all the sales meetings, the tours of the gym, and kind of the one-on-one training sessions. So I was forced into, well, not forced into, but in a lot of situations where I'm one-on-one with somebody, where they deserve my undivided attention, and that's what I wanted to give them. But at the same time, if my phone rang or somebody messaged in, I felt an obligation to answer right away, because I know every lead, every opportunity is very important as a small business owner. And if you don't answer right away, the chances of you getting them back on the phone or even becoming a client drops drastically. So, there was no right answer.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I didn't like that dilemma. And once I left the gym at the end of 2023, figure out what I wanted to do next, and that was marketing.
Okay.
And of course, marketing means 1,000 different things. And so that's why I drew on my own experience and what would have helped myself in the gym grow as a business and financially, but also just personally, not having to be tied to the phone 24/7. So that is why I started Calomation and am doing what I'm doing now.
Wow. A lot of good stuff. I mean, I need to go take back a little bit. First of all, congratulations on finding what you really like and what your purpose is, because that sometimes it takes time. Some people take, and I know you're much younger than me, and it took very much quicker than I did. So I give you that because I always tell people finding your purpose in life is so important, not just a title to what you do. And for you searching, like you said, you did. You had your gym, and then you're like, okay, then you even moved, to a different state. And what you did, you found a pain point that needed to be filled. And that's what I always tell people in businesses: find that pain point that people have, that what you like to do in your expertise, find the one and give it some solution to it. They need some medicine, as I say. And you found the medicine by, look, people can't be waiting on you to call them back. Else you're not going to get the client. I mean, simple as that. I mean, in all business, I don't care what business you have, like you said, David, you have to get back to them at a certain time. And if you're a solo entrepreneur, which, I am, and a lot of people probably listening are out there too, you do everything, like you said. Like, you have your hat on right now, you got to take that hat off and then put the marketing hat on. You got to take that hat off. Then you got to put the sales hat on. You got to take that hat off. Then you got to do your accounting that you were doing before. So, and it goes over and over again. Sometimes you have to sit there and create banners just for your business so they can see you promoting. So, and then it still goes on and on and on. But I like how, like you said, you found a way to say, okay, there's AI out there. And it's not going away. In fact, it's growing every second of the day. Just to let everybody know. So we need to use that wisely. Either you can sit there and say, well, it was me about AI, or you can say, how can I have this fit within my world to help me uplift myself? And that's what you did. That's what you did.
Yep, exactly. And so figure out how to use AI to work for your business, to work for you, because exactly what you said, that's what I tell people. It's not going away. It's only going to become more prevalent and integrated into our businesses and what we do in our lives. So figure out a way to make it work for you sooner rather than later.
Yeah. And I just want to say, because you filled out a form for me, what's your ideal client? So just let people know, because like I said, this is to really give you the highlight of David. So if you're looking out there, you're like, oh, that's a good idea. Thank you, David, for creating that. That's a pain point of mine. He's looking for clients that are business owners in the trades of roofers, landscapers, mechanics, HVAC, etc. Power partners are lead generation and marketing agencies that drive traffic and run paid ads to get leads. So we all always have that niche, what we're looking for. But I want to say this. He can always work outside of that too. So he doesn't want to be like, okay, this is all you nobody else. I don't think he's going to turn away if you need that pain filled when it comes to AI.
No, definitely not.
So I want you to get a little bit into how it kind of works with what you created for the businesses out there.
Sure. So ultimately, creating an ecosystem, and when somebody finds your business, is interested in learning more or submits their information, and they just want to talk to somebody, book an appointment, or sign up for your services, I'm customizing that client journey for you and automating as much as we can using AI. So for example, the reason I say trades is draw on your own life. So who or what businesses do you call, right? When you need service done or you're just looking for information or want to book an appointment, right? So you find, so I did paintless dent repair a couple weeks ago. I needed to take my car in. And so I actually called 5 of them, and actually none of them ended up answering the first time. One of them just called me back pretty quickly, but the one that actually called back was ultimately the one that got my business. So I think that's a lesson in itself.
That's proof right there, David, that they need to get your AI services. Because
Yes.
that's going to say that you called 11 minutes, they didn't even call you back yet. And it's like, really? Yeah.
Yep. And so that's a perfect example. So we set it up where the AI is trained on your business. And if you were answering the phone yourself, what questions would you ask? What information do you need? And then what's the next step? Do they book an appointment right there? And then that we can all set up. So the AI is trained. We want to gather this information about the services or what they need. And then we'll send them the booking link so they can book an appointment right then and there. And then there's no intervention needed on their end. So there's the voice AI piece, which will answer the incoming call, and then the messaging takes over via text message. We can do Facebook and Instagram, DMs, WhatsApp, and the little web chat widgets as well. So then that whole system is set up, and your calendar is integrated. So whichever one you use for your main booking calendar, that gets integrated. So it knows your time slots and availability, and then the appointment's booked right there on the calendar.
You see, my mouth is open like, what?
Yes.
Okay. I told David, this is a conversation with us. So now I'm going to be a little bit, I'm going to talk a little bit about a question that I have for you. So
Sure.
saying all that whole setup, like you said, that will do the call and we would send the link for them to schedule. So say that I'm not a roofer. So right now, Achieve, I'm going to use example, Achieve's Experts Highlight Show. I am looking for, the Achieve members to call so they can get on this show and be spotlighted like the wonderful David here. So can I use their system to do that?
Yes. Yep. So same exact process. They call you, and then we can do it over the phone. Like essentially, just think of the form, the survey that I filled out before the show. We'd have it done over voice. Say, hey, we need to ask these questions, get these answered, so we can submit that and get them ready for the show. Additionally, right? So, okay, we're going to get you booked for the show. And then same thing. So it books them on the calendar. And then once they book their appointment, we can set it up so it's 2 steps, right? They secure their time slot, and then immediately they're emailed or texted the form to fill out. And then once they fill out the form and submit it, that confirms their appointment and really seals in their spot. And if they don't fill it out beforehand, we can just say, hey, we need to reschedule, or just wait until you fill out this information. But yep, we can actually have it done via the voice AI, or just have it done over filling out the form.
Wow. And you know what I love about that too? It saves so much, like you said, with your company, what you do for people is 24/7. So if they call up at 3:00 in the morning or,
Yes.
12:00 midnight or whatever, they'll get that and you'll be getting your leads. You'll be getting people to sign up for whatever services that you offer. It's not like, okay, well, after 5:00, we're done.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God. Amazing. Amazing. So I was going to ask you too. So what would like some challenges, that you say that motivates you to keep this going? Because I know you found the pain point for people, but what challenges can you see maybe with this that you can basically tell people you can overcome that?
In terms of what the challenges they would face as the owner, in implementing this or getting started, or
either or. I mean, both really. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the challenges are feeling, one, almost letting go of control, feeling like, hey, I have to be the one to reach out or talk to them, or losing the personal touch. I hear that a lot, but I argue that you're not losing the personal touch. You're enhancing the experience. I mean, again, ultimately, when you are reaching out to businesses to find out more information or set up service for yourself or book an appointment, ultimately, you're not expecting the service to happen right there on that call or to have the resolution handled, right? It's a step process. So you expect, if I'm calling a business, one, I want, or I'm going to feel important if I get responded to, my call gets answered, and then I get the information I'm looking for, and then booking an appointment. And then from that point, like you fulfill the service, you meet with them, and that's where you deliver your personal touch, your service, your values. So it's just giving them a full experience. And, now they don't have to wait for you to reach out when you might be tired, burnt out at the end of the day, right? They're getting a response from an AI that's always happy and and friendly. They're not having a bad day, and then it frees up a lot of their mental and emotional energy. So now when they do provide the service or meet with people, you are more energetic and you're able to be a better version of yourself. So I think those are the two things: letting go, trusting that the process and system works. It doesn't all have to be on you, and it'll make your business more efficient. So
yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up, because I asked that question because a lot of times, even with AI or anything that's new or change, people have a tendency, depending on what generation you're talking to, I have to say that that they struggle. There's those struggles, and I like how you mentioned the fact that some people don't want to. Now, this can be any generation. People just don't want to let go. They're like, no, David, I have to talk to him. I have to be on the phone. I have to be like, hi, if they hear something automated, they're going to be like, oh, I don't want to talk to a robot, or something like that. So I'm glad that you refreshed our minds to say, first of all, this is the beginning stage of, they're still going to talk to you eventually when they get into your calendar. And then second, and I want you to talk a little bit about this too, because it's one point that you made when you filled out the form for me, is now that you have that extra time that this automated AI is doing, you have time to work in your lane of genius, of your lane of expertise, instead of trying to figure out, okay, I got to schedule somebody, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's where a lot of the burnout and drain happens, because we end up we get in business to do the service and that we like, that we enjoy, and the work that we enjoy, but we end up doing the back office stuff, missed calls, calling back, leaving voicemails, following up, scheduling, and it gets tiresome. So absolutely, now you're able to focus on exactly what you want to do. So you're spending more of your days, right, on the fulfilling part of why you started the business. And then it frees up the rest of your team to, kind of do the projects and plans that are in planning and design phase that haven't taken action yet. But, freeing up more time for people in your business to do more meaningful work as well. And so it improves the whole operation, and especially you as the business owner and leader, that it's really going to start with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I always tell people, they're like, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time to do that. Oh my God, I got all these projects and stuff like that. And sometimes I ask myself, well, okay, if you're so busy, are you so busy to take in clients or talk to them? Yeah, because I'm struggling, Barbara. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm just a solo entrepreneur. And I said, well, how much time do you spend on just scheduling people on your calendar? Oh God. Well, I got Calendly, but I still got to type it up. I still got to call them. I still got to send the email. I still got to send the link to them. I said, okay, call David.
Yep, exactly.
Because some of that, when you think about it, because I was just thinking about how much time I spend just scheduling people for shows. Because that's one of my things that I do is under my network. And I was like, how much time am I taking just doing the administrative part of it? And that's a lot of time, especially if you're doing just more than one person to make sure they're getting everything for the show. So say that I can cut out, I'm just going to just do some calculation, because this should show people how awesome this is that David has. every day, maybe you spend maybe an hour, making sure you're scheduling people. You got to send them stuff or whatever for time and get on your calendar. So an hour, 5 days out the week, that's 5 hours. If you can cut 5 hours out of a week just for scheduling administrative stuff that David can help you with, how much time of that time you can take to fulfill what you need to fulfill, what you do for your client on a regular basis. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. People be like, I just need 15 more minutes. I'm like, well, I can get you more than 15. I can get you 5 hours.
That's right.
I can get you 5 hours of free to get you off of all that other stuff that you should be doing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so David, I wanted to ask you, with the clients that you have, because I know this is kind of, you started 2023.
Well, about the middle of 2024. And so that's where these features were just coming out. So it was learning them how to implement them and getting them to the point they were ready. So really just for about 4 months now. Wow.
Oh, so just 4 months. I mean,
on this specific piece. Yeah, I have a few older clients that doing more traditional marketing for, but still working with them, landing pages. And now we're going back and getting the AI pieces set up for them as well.
Oh, okay. So just tell us a little bit about, because you mentioned landing pages and stuff. What else do you do besides just the AI, the calls and stuff?
Yeah. So on the back end, right, it's an all-in-one sales and marketing CRM. So you can run your entire business out of Calomation as well. So yeah, build websites, landing pages. You can do your invoicing and billing right from there as well, and integrate all of your social media accounts. It's got a social planner, so you can schedule out all of your posts on different platforms, which is super easy and convenient, and another time saver. And then it's as a CRM, it's your sales pipeline, right? So if you have a team that's calling up or need to know where people are in the follow-up process, as of right now, the only effort that would be needed on your part is, if somebody doesn't respond to the AI or isn't calling in and they're in the sales pipeline, we'll set up a task or reminder. It's like, hey, make an outbound call to them. They haven't answered yet. And same thing, if they answer, great, you can put them on your calendar. If they don't, and they call back, then the AI takes over. So, but it's got a pipeline, so you can see exactly where the prospects are, new leads, what was the last conversation they had. You can add notes. And so that way we're not losing any leads. We're plugging all of the leaks in the follow-up system. So the leads and opportunities you are getting are fully capitalized on.
Wow. So you see, what I was just thinking, you just had that AI piece. That's just a piece of the big whole picture that you do for people. So no, we need to blow this up even higher. This is a whole nother level, David. See, no. Yep. Let people know. I mean, because the whole CRM system, I mean, how many people out there, I'm going to put my hand up here real quickly, that need some help with that. And then just having the AI system alone to do those calls. I mean, it's just, to me, it's just so, that's mostly a big, huge part of your business. We're always talking about, how can I get more leads? How can I have the time to get leads? How have I time to get the phone calls and stuff? And this takes that right away. Plus, like you said, you help people with other things within their CR system that would make it much easier. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So we're doing the whole thing on the back end. So after you have a customer as well, then we automate the review requests. So after an event happens, say a job is completed, then so we can automatically send them to leave a review on Google. And so that way, we get more reviews when they're happy, just deliver great service, and they're likely to leave you a great review.
David, you're like the magic man. You just like, every time I look up, you got that hat, you keep pulling good things out. I said, first it's the rabbit, then it's this. Yeah. I'm like, hey, he has so much stuff. This is amazing.
Well, it's certainly not hair, I'll tell you that much.
Well, yeah, I kind of understand that. But I just want to say, David, this has been wonderful conversating with you, having this conversation. And like I said, people that's listening, go reach out for David. I mean, he's one of the members in Achieve, and we just want to just show some love to each member to make sure that you know what we do. And see, look at how much golden nuggets in service and product that David has that probably some people didn't even know. So that's why we do this. So David, I want to give you just 30 more seconds to kind of leave any lasting golden nuggets that you want to leave for the audience, and then we'll come back and wrap up. So I'll be right back.
All right. Thanks, guys. I just wanted to say, so one of the reasons I started Calomation, right? It's about being first. How do we be available 24/7 without being available 24/7? When somebody is at the point where they're actively calling and reaching out to businesses for services or information, they end up working with the business that answers first 78% of the time. If all you did was implement this, so whenever somebody contacts you, they get an immediate response, you have a 78% chance of working with them. And that's what I want to leave you with. Give yourself help. Have somebody on your team that's working for you, and help reduce some of the admin time so you can focus on what you do best in servicing your clients. Get systems in place that will scale with you, that allow you to be available 24/7 to your clients and capture more opportunities, so that way you can grow your business and work on your business and not in it.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you, David, so much for coming on Achieve Experts Highlight Show. And we are here to support you, sir. So anything that we can do, show some love. We'll make sure that people watch this so they know exactly what you bring to the table, because you bring a whole lot. And I'm going to be reaching out to you because after I was reading, one thing I let everybody know, and David's going to tell you how to contact him, but he'll do a demo for you. You can sign up for a demo. And also he has like a little mini book, like a PDF that explains in a lot of more detail about how AI is used and what he does and how it can help your business. So I would really recommend, and you know what? That's free when you download it. So he's giving you a special gift here. And I want to say it really slowly, a special gift. Okay. That means you need to open the gift. It's a good gift for you, and read it because it's good for your business. But moving on from that, please reach out to him, because like I said, this could help you just explode and get another level of automation, in your business to help you strive, especially when it comes to leads. So David, can you let everybody know how they can contact you, sir?
Yeah, my website is calomation.com, CALOMATION, and Calomation and all the social media links. So Facebook, Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn at David Banko. And you don't even have to book an appointment to get a demo. Just call 720-573-0211. It's 720-573-0211. And my AI agent, Anna, she'll walk you through a demo for you.
See, like you said, I not only created the product, I use it myself. Right. So with that said, thank you so much, David. And again, we will see everybody at the next Achieve Expert Highlight Show. As I always say, make sure that you are highlighting yourself, because you have a special gift to share with others. Your business can help somebody's pain point. You take care, and we'll see you later.
Thank you, Barbara.
Introducing the Diamond Factor Network, where we turn your business into a beacon of success. Imagine having your TV streaming show reaching audiences far and wide. It's possible with the Diamond Factor Network. Unlock the power of your brand with our state-of-the-art TV streaming platform. Your show, your way. Feature highlights, customized shows, global reach, and professional support. Coaching by Barbara J. Beckley, Purpose Visibility, and social media strategist. Ready to elevate your brand? Join the Diamond Factor Network today and let your brilliance light up the world. Shine bright, because your success is our priority.